up, he's the nation's number 2. He almost knows his stuff, he's nearly good enough, the penultimate choice for you. We know he'll never rest till he proves he's second best. Forget those restless nights when you listen to his sound bites, you fall asleep for 10 hours straight. Cause when you watch Simon Green, there's a new kind of meaning to lowering your interest rate. He's the cream of the crop.
I mean, I'm a likeable sort of guy, Heather.
When it comes to experience, only one team covers every election right around the world. In the tally rooms.
Well, with 90% of votes in, I'm still showing 100% for Saddam.
Are you willing to call this one, Chris?
Still too close to call. On the ground.
Just to correct my earlier report, there is no widespread torture affecting this election result.
Whenever elections are called.
Just crossing back to Chaz, where there's mounting speculation that Kim Jong-il is about to visit the Governor-General.
It's now looking like he could go his 523rd weekend without calling an election.
No matter where candidates run, no matter where people vote.
And if that voting trend continues, I'm calling this for Trevor.
The chaser decides.
Okay. Live from the nation's capital, you're watching The Chaser Decides, as both the Coalition and Labor continue to vie for underdog status.
We remain the underdog.
We are the underdogs.
That's why we're the underdog.
We are the underdogs.
Labor's still the underdog.
God, it's like a broken record, isn't it? But if we just have a look at the actual polls, you'll see there that the Coalition, very much the leading underdog at this stage.
Yeah, not good figures for Labor. Clearly the underdog for underdog status.
Yeah, definitely. Now, can we look at another seat, please, Julian? Can we look at John Howard's seat of Bennelong?
Sure, OK, Bennelong on Sydney's North Shore. Oh, bloody hell. Whenever I do anything about Bennelong, I get bombarded with spam from Tim Howard.
I can't believe that Howard's paying his own son to spam his electorate.
I get more email from Tim than the Bank of Nigeria.
Well, given how fond of spam Howard's campaign team seems to be, we thought it might be nice to pay them a visit and give them some spam in return.
Did you guys order 20 kilograms of spam? No spam? OK, yep, that's great. There we go. Right, fantastic. Tim Howard is going to love this. I think now they know how we feel.
And if you'd like to register your support for Tim Howard's spam campaign, then why not email him every 2 minutes at his work address, tim@netharbour.com.au.
Or why not sign him up for spam for the next 10 years? I know I have.
Oh, it is lucky for him that nobody knows his private email address.
Yeah, definitely. Well, can we turn now to South Australia, Julian, and the seat of Macon?
Sure, well, Macon, of course, is held by Trish Draper, the Liberals.
Yeah, now, poor Trish Draper. Earlier this year, she copped some very unfair flack, I thought. I mean, all she did was take herself and her lover on a $10,000 study trip.
Sure, yeah, and if we just have a look at Macon, no, hang on, I don't seem to have it there.
Have you checked abroad?
Ah, right, yes, there it is in Paris. And the computer projection shows that Macon's expected to swing by Singapore on its way back.
Yeah, the problem with Trish is her trips tend to last longer than her relationships. Look, that's her business. I don't give a rat's who she takes overseas. Really.
Well, exactly. A de facto couple should have just as much right to a travel abroad as a married couple. Yeah. And thank God today's parliamentary guidelines recognise all couples.
Yeah. Except gays, obviously.
Oh,
obviously. Well, when it comes to the gay community, neither major party has won too many admirers after they both supported legislation banning gay marriage. To find out why, investigative reporter Charles Firth filed this sensitive report.
I now declare you husband and husband.
Gay marriage. You might think it's disgusting, but some people think it's about love. Modern society has learned to accept that two men may love each other very much and even tolerates them in a wide variety of situations, from makeover shows to cutting-edge sitcoms, even children's television. So why do both sides of politics want to ban fluffy pots from getting married? Liberals and moral advocates argue marriage is a sacred institution. Many believe it should only happen between a bored man and woman in a loveless relationship. On the other hand, Labor strategists fear that if they look soft on gays, people might think they were soft on other matters, like national security, or were even gay themselves. The situation is so desperate, many gays are driven to secretly support minor parties, like the Democrats, something many of them are too ashamed to come out and admit.
I can't even tell my parents. I'm a raving Democrats voter.
Or worse, some gays are forced underground, receiving shonky backyard nuptials from disreputable priests.
All right, enough of this. You're both under arrest. Hold it there. Hold it.
It means gay marriage will remain illegal for some time to come. And yet the solution is simple. If you're gay, don't have a sissy fit about it. Just get on with your makeovers, so everyone will like you. I'm Charles Firth. Firth with the facts.
You're watching The Chaser Decides, where it's time now to present this week's Mal Award.
Yes, the Mal Award, given out each week to the politician who most disgraces themselves on the campaign trail.
And firstly this week, an honorary mention goes to the Labor Senator Mark Bishop for abusing a bunch of World War II diggers. These were not just any diggers, mind you. These were members of the Totally and Permanently Incapacitated Ex-Servicemen's Association.
And that is one group you really don't want to get on the wrong side of.
So for swearing at disabled war veterans during an election, Mark Bishop is our runner-up.
But it gives me great pleasure to announce that the winner of this week's Mal Award is Tony Abbott, the Federal Health Minister and potential future leader of the Liberal Party.
Yes, Mr Abbott gets the Mal for his performance at a major Liberal policy launch last week where he completely fell asleep during the Prime Minister's keynote speech.
And it's important at this midpoint in the election campaign to take ourselves back to what is the fundamental issue, the fundamental choice that must be made on election day.
I know how he feels.
Well, he's been working so hard lately, what with running the Liberal dirt units.
Making Medicare more complicated.
Hounding Pauline Hanson. Of course he's going to feel a bit tired.
So for publicly dozing off during a speech by John Howard, Tony Abbott takes out the Mal.
We're here at Tony Abbott's house. We've got the Mal. We think he might be asleep. He's obviously very tired at the moment, so we're just going to pop it over here.
Ooh, a little bit cheeky there, Craig. And last we heard, he still hasn't woken to collect it.
Well, that's just about it from us here at the Tally Room. But a reminder that if you want to complain about tonight's program, then simply go to our website at abc.net.au/chaser.
And here at The Chaser Decides, we do promise that every complaint we receive will be passed on to middle management and get lost in a sea of bureaucracy.
Until next week, good night.
Hello, Chris Taylor here, and if you'd like to be part of the audience for The Chaser Decides, then just tune in and watch it on television. You'll need to live inside a house that has a TV with reasonable ABC reception. If that sounds like you and you're free next Thursday night, then call the number on your screen after 9 o'clock tomorrow. The show's fairly unpopular, so numbers will probably be limited.